Hello everyone, I am Amalia Andam. Today, I will discuss language policies and programs in multilingual societies in the Philippines. My presentation will cover the Philippines as a multilingual nation, major languages in the country, historical influences on language, language policy, Executive Order 335, Mother Tongue-Based Multilingual Education or MTB-MLE, and the difference between national language and the official language. The Philippines is considered a multilingual nation because more than 100 languages are spoken across the country. These include indigenous language, Spanish-influenced languages, English, and other foreign languages. In the Philippines, Filipino, which is based on Tagalog, is the national language. Meanwhile, English is commonly used as the medium of instruction in schools and also in government and business communication. There are several major languages spoken in the Philippines. Tagalog has about 26.3 million speakers, while Cebuano or Bisaya has around 21.3 million speakers. Ilocano has approximately 7.7 million speakers, and Hiligaynon has about 7 million speakers. Other languages such as Waray, Kapampangan, Bicol, Tausug, Maranao, and Pangasinan have around 1 to 3 million speakers each. These languages show the linguistic diversity of the Philippines. The languages in the Philippines were influenced by different historical periods. During the Spanish colonization, the Spanish language was introduced. Many Spanish loanwords were added to Filipino languages, and Tagalog was documented in written form. During the American period, English was introduced by the Thomasites or the teachers and became the medium of instruction in schools. During the Japanese occupation, Nihongo became compulsory while the Filipino language was promoted through Executive Order No. 10. Now, let us define language policy. Language policy refers to the rules and plans about how language are used in a society. According to Kaplan and Baldoff in 1997, language policy is a body of ideas, laws, regulation, rules, and practices intended to achieve planned language change in societies, group, or systems. Examples of language policies in the Philippines include Executive Order 335 and Mother Tongue-Based Multilingual Education. Now, let's talk what is Executive Number 335. So, Executive Order 335 was signed by former President Corazon Aquino on August 25, 1988. This order promotes the use of Filipino in official transactions, communications, and correspondence in government offices. The goal is to help Filipinos better understand government programs, projects, and activities, and to promote unity and peace for national progress. Let's also discuss the Mother Tongue-Based Multilingual Education or MTB-MLE. So MTB-MLE was introduced in the 2012 to 2013 school year as part of the Department of Education's Enhanced Basic Education Program. This program changes the language of instruction from only English and Filipino to the students' local mother tongue in the early years of education. The purpose is to help students learn better because they first study using the language they understand most. And lastly, let us differentiate the national language and official language. Unofficial language, also called a state language, is a language that has a special status and is used in government, laws, and official communication. A national language, on the other hand, represents the people, culture, and history of a country. In the Philippines, Filipino is the national language, while Filipino and English are the official languages. Sum it up, the Philippines is a multilingual nation with many languages influenced by history. Language policies such as Executive Number 335 and MTB-MLE help promote the use of Filipino and support learning to the mother tongue. Filipino serve as the national language while Filipino and English function as the official languages of the country. These policies help strengthen communication, education, and national identity. So that's all. Thank you for listening.